Hello and welcome to Sharp Industries Autodesk Inventor tutorial. Today we will be making, as you can see here by me pulling it up, a hamburger. Okay, now this is what the finished product will look like. As you can see, you can just sit there and kind of rotate it around. And from here you can see that we can just rotate it, make it look really nice, it's really just a good looking burger, I would eat that all day every day, And as you can see, you can just move into each of the parts individually, even though they are constrained to stick together. And you can open up each part separately and edit it from there. And that's what the finished product will look like. Now today we are going to be making the part that I selected, the bottom button. Is it new? And you're always going to make sure you go to English. Going to English is extremely important. If you don't go to English, you won't be able to have a standard measurement, which in this case is inches. Alright, and from here, the first thing you'll always want to do whenever you open up a new document is create a 2D or 3D sketch. Usually 2D is easier. Now these are the different planes. It doesn't matter which plane you choose. Now we choose the XY axis because it's the easiest, as you can see by us clicking it. Now as you can see, you can just kind of move it around loosely. It's not going to matter where you put it because from anywhere it's going to have just the center point and it's going to be the circle. Now you're going to want the diameter to be 12 inches because our hamburger is like a foot in diameter. It's huge. And from there, that's all we need to do. You can do other things such as creating lines. That isn't really useful. That is created by using the right click button. And from here we're going to just hit the finish sketch button and end it. And what it's going to do is zoom out, as you can see here. And now we have a circle created on the XY plane. Now what I usually do from here is use one of the different tools, such as the extrude tool, which is what we're going to be using today. Now what the extrude tool does is it'll make the shape move out and create a larger shape, as you can see here by what we're doing. And from there you're going to go to the dialog box and highlight the 1 inch and change it to 3. Then you can click OK. As you can see here, we have a nice little biscuit, sort of wafery shaped object that we can then spin around using the orbit tool. It's on the right, that's what I clicked earlier. And now from here, I'm going to show you this box that my mouse is over along with the home button. It's very useful for finding your view. Alright, so the next tool that we're going to want to use is the fillet tool. What the fillet tool will do is it'll round the edges. So now from here, we're going to change the fillet length to 1 inch. And then you can just click on one side of the wafer, it doesn't really matter, because we're going to fillet both of them, and it's symmetrical on both sides. And then you can just hit the check button, or you can hit the OK button in the dialog box. Either one works, they're the same thing. So then you're going to click OK. And then, as you can see, the edges are now rounded. And we are going to go ahead and fillet the other side of the wafer. And this time we're going to change the number there to 0.3. That makes it so that it's a little bit less big of a rounding. And there we go. Now we have a nice bun sort of shape for our hamburger. And now we're going to make it look and be textured like a hamburger. In this case, we're just going to go and select one of the defaults, as you can see there, and you're going to select rust. Now rust may not taste the best, but it does look good, and that's what we're going to use on our bun. Alright, well, there you have it, we created it.